Today we're making a sad beat, but not just any type of sad beat. A sad beat that makes you feel something. I don't know about you guys, but all of my favorite songs, whether they're sad, happy, or whatever, they make me feel a certain way. To me, with my music personally, that's really what I'm trying to do. I'm always trying to convey some sort of emotion and connect with the listener that way. Honestly, with sad beats, you can really do whatever. I kind of like when they sound a little bit more dramatic and slow. So I'm gonna use a BPM of 90. You can either make it sound super fast at 90 BPM, or you can make it sound pretty slow. So we're just gonna go 90 for now. Maybe we'll change it though. Now, in terms of instruments, some good sad instruments are definitely pianos, like real sounding pianos. Certain synth sounds, guitars, strings. I'm just gonna start listing off everything because you can pretty much make everything sound sad. I'm gonna start with this twisted piano. This is from my bank, Grailed, which is a one-shot / analog bank, and I'm just gonna use this here today. I find that when you have like a specific bank, you're able to work a lot faster because, I don't know about you guys, when I use something like an Omnisphere or regular old analog labs, it like takes me a lot longer to make a beat because it takes me so long to actually find the sounds that I want to use. Alright, so the key with these chords right here, having them go down, and then that last one extending it out like this, makes it like significantly more dramatic. And if you want to build a progression like this, this is just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down right there. So you can just pick any chord, go down 5. Always works. I've said this like 30 times if you watch any of my videos. And then this next note is actually just the next note on the scale, and that's just a major chord at the end right here. And now let's just add a little top melody. These are all notes that are being used in the chords, but this B right here is being used in a chord down here. This E is being used in this chord over here. If you don't know which notes to use, 1, obviously you're gonna wanna use notes in the scale. Then 2, you can also just use notes that are in the chords that are already being used, as most likely that's going to sound good as these chords sound good together, right? Right. Now, next sound that's really good for sad beats, and this is another sound from the bank. This sound called Warcraft, and it's just a string ensemble. Hopefully I don't cry when I put this on here. All we did was just copy it over everything else. And then no effects for these at this moment. I'm just cutting out the low ends. Kind of designed the sounds with the effects that I, already wanted on them. So I usually don't put too many effects on things. That's definitely a signature of my sound. I love using vocals. I feel like it adds so much depth and emotion to stuff. And we're just gonna use this sound called Rest Assured. It's in Arcade. And if you use Arcade, definitely play around with these knobs because you can get really cool effects just using that. It'll be okay. No, it won't. So I'm gonna try to put a filter on the strings, just 'cause I want it to sound a little bit darker, or I might just move it down a couple octaves later. Alright, next sound we're gonna add is a little lead sound. Actually, I call this a pad. I don't know why I call this a pad. My bad. We're definitely gonna cut some of the highs off of this, but I think it'll sound cool. It supports that note in Arcade well, the D. Open it up a little bit more, be right here. I just like how it's supporting the vocal. I don't know if I love it in there, but I really do like when this D is on right here. Let's just see what it sounds like with just that. Doesn't sound as good. Alright, so we're gonna leave this right here. This is a maybe. Next sound we got is a bass line, and we're just using this blade. this Blade Runner bass line. And because I'm trying not to make the beat too fast, I'm just putting it on the root notes. Perfect. Now if we want to make it really interesting, we could do something like this. Do something like this. Drops in or something. You get the picture. So I went ahead and added the drums. I'm just using my new drum kit, Glitch. It's a great drum kit if you want some pretty unique sounds, but not unique to the point where you just don't want to use them at all. Just unique enough that it'll make your beats sound out a little bit more than maybe other producers that are just using, you know, the same like basic recycle sounds. So started with a little clap right here. I really like this clap sound. I've been using it in tons of beats lately. It's got a little like change sound to it. Then just add this little hi-hat pattern. Really basic. But it's a really soft hi-hat, so it sits in the background. Then this open hat, which is just kind of unique. That reverb on it sounds great. And then just went in, added the 808. Trying to keep the rhythm going, so I'm not going to press it just yet. So this is a really subby 808, so it sits a lot more in the background. But for these 808s specifically, you really want to pair them with a good kick, and it just gives you a really full sound rather than me adding a kick to the 808, because then it's less flexible. But this little kick right here, perfect. Yeah, it's got a little bounce to it.